Welcome back. You're now watching the political segment on the Weekend Show. Last week, we started the conversation about the APC selecting its vice presidential candidate, who is Senator Kashim Shettima, the former governor of Borno State and a serving senator. This raised a lot of concerns and controversy in the country, as a lot of Nigerians have complained about the fact that in a very diverse country, we do need to unify the country, and choosing a Muslim ticket may divide the country further. We started the conversation last week and we will be wrapping it up today. And joining us
we have Kelvin Emmanuel and Chief Suleiman Ahijo. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning.
Just before we start, we also have High Chief Michael Ajayi joining us on Zoom. He was here last week, so we'll speak to him before coming back to the studio. Hello, sir. Good morning, Chief Michael.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Doctor.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So let's come straight to you. Last week, you were of the opinion that a Muslim ticket wasn't as detrimental as Nigerians were making it sound. Do you still hold the same opinion?
Yes, I hold the same opinion, and I argue that in discussing the Muslim ticket, we should look at it from three perspectives. And I started with the historical perspective, because it is when you understand these three perspectives that you can better understand and situate the adoption of a Muslim ticket by the current ticket holder, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And in just some few seconds, I will just read right from 1960 till date. 1960 and 1964 Republican Constitution, we had a ceremonial president in person of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, a southeastern person, and then Alhaji Tafawa Balewa from Bauchi. He was the prime minister from the north. Succeeding him was Agui Ironsi as a result of the military coup of 1966, and his deputy was Brigadier General Gundipe, who is a southern Christian of Yoruba extraction. Then come the General Yakubu Gowon government, and his deputy was General Way. He was a southwestern extraction. And then Chief Obafemi Awolowo was the vice chairman of the Federal Executive Council. These are three individuals who are Christians. The country did not went gagas. Following that, we now have the General Gowon ruled for 9 years, and then came in the civilian administration. Sorry, Murtala administration then. His ADC was even a Christian, Akitenwa. Then we had Alhaji Shagari in 1979 to 1983. And he ran with Alex Ekwemi, a joint ticket. He was a southeastern Christian. After the exit of Alhaji Shagari, then came Ideagbon and the current president, then the General Buhari. The ticket holders were Muslims, and that ticket did not destroy the country. After the exit of Buhari, then came Babangida.
Hi, Chief. Sorry, I would have to interrupt you.
Rear Admiral.
Chief Michael, I would have to interrupt you because of time, and I know you're trying to give a historical perspective. Some of the situations you've cited were times of military dictatorships, but in recent times, the argument is, yes, that was the past, and the most recent past which we compare to it is MK Abiola's time. In recent times, Nigeria has been very divided, especially since the Boko Haram insurgency. At the point we are right here and now, do you think that it helps the nation running a single a ticket with two people from the same religion, regardless of how diverse we are? Let's talk about that in today's parlance.
Contest. We have to look at it from three perspectives. So that is the historical perspective where we have come from. And then you now have a situation whereby even the 1983 election, 79 to 83, Awolowo ran with Chief Philip Ime, the lawyer from Southeast, Christian, and he He polled about almost 4.5 million votes. Shagari came in with Alex Ekweme. That was the ticket then. He was a southern, Alex Ekweme was a southeastern Christian. And Alhaji Shagari came from northwest, a Muslim. After then, we had the military regime. And I said, Ideagbon and Buhari ran.
Chief Michael, we want to talk about now because of the time. Let's talk about now, where we are right now.
A Muslim ticket that came in. But unfortunately, the military aborted that
okay, we'll
election.
take a quick break because I think we're having some audio issues and have a conversation with the people in the studio. Let's start with you, Chief. You are a Muslim and a traditional leader. And it's important to unite communities. Right now, we have a Muslim ticket in a time when Nigeria is divided. What's your take on this and how this affects unity in Nigeria?
Thank you very much for bringing this issue. I'm glad that I'm part of this. To be candid with you, having been or go through elective process, you see, this whole thing proved to me that we are still far backwards. To me, I do not consider it as an issue. Take for instance where I came from. I'm from Michika local government, where the majority, about 90% of my community are Christians. When we went through this process, I'm telling you, Christians, in fact, among the kingmakers, there is no Muslim, single, but all of them decide to make me their king. And in our family, we have Christians and Muslims, but they emphasize that it must be me. So, and being in democratic dispensation, I think if APC make a mistake by endorsing or by featuring Muslim and Muslim ticket, does not matter to me because there are other options. You see, the way we think now makes me feel we are still far, far behind democracy or socialization. Why am I saying this is this? A situation where we are identifying ourselves by ethnic, by religion, it will take us a long way before getting that thing right. We have, yes, APC, they are the leading party, they are the ruling party. They could have do whatsoever to make the party marketable to all angles, considering the fact that this is the situation of our nation. Among the major tribes in Nigeria, I do respect Yoruba nation because their tolerance to religion. In fact, that is the dream at times. I'm praying that when will Nigeria at least have that type of, mental setting that, okay, does not matter. Your religion is your religion. Your faith is your faith. Your culture is your culture. But what brings us together is as a country is one single thing. Who is there? Who will come? And what confidence do you have in that person? We are not supposed to even vote because of party. In civilized nation, they don't reason about which even party is there. Look at the personality. What respect and what is the confidence people had on him? That is the major thing I think Nigerians should concentrate on. To me, this is not an issue. if APC did not bring the marketable people, then we can go on. Nigerians can decide another this thing. I don't think that should bring a division.
Okay. All right, Calvin, bringing you in, Nigeria is a society of diverse religions, of course, Muslim and Christianity being the two top religions. Now, what do you have to say could be the implication of this in a country like this?
I am very shocked. I am very shocked considering we've had a very interesting week in Nigeria. Then considering that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party mentioned a few days ago in comments that Nigeria is a multi-religious society. And the decision of the APC to feature a Muslim ticket is insensitive. I'm shocked that my king here will say that it doesn't matter. I'm also shocked that the sentiment APC holds and people who are sympathetic to the APC supporting a Muslim ticket, considering that just this week, at the unveiling of their vice presidential candidates, clerics who were denounced by the Christian Association of Nigeria attended the ceremony. What does it say about the APC as a political party? That the Christian clerics and leaders refused the invitation to attend the event, and then clerics who were denounced by the Christian Association of Nigeria not to be part of the register of the leadership of the CAN attended the event and posed as clerics and representative of the CAN. What does it say about the APC? We have 11 million Christians in the north. 11 million. We have agitations for self-determination in the southeast. We have militants in the Niger Delta. In fact, last year, we had Yoruba Ronu movement for Duduwa movement in the southwest. What does it say that after a president that came from the northwest of Katsina and has done 8 years, you have one of the major contenders from the northeast, who is a Muslim, Fulani, from Adamawa, from Ghana local government, running, and the APC still think it is a good thing to feature a Muslim candidate. And my king says that it's not an issue.
Will it be an issue if it was a Christian ticket?
It wouldn't have been an issue. This is democracy, for goodness sake. See, we have over 20 parties in Nigeria. We have a reputable candidate in all the political parties.
So the candidate of the NNPP, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, chose a cleric, a pastor. Good. What does it say about the APC that one of the major contenders chose a pastor? The candidate of the PDP chose a Christian from Delta State, Delta Igbo, yes. Ifeanyi Okowa.
Yes.
So why will the APC not choose a Christian? Even if they are Christians in the north.
Exactly.
They are ranking members in the APC from the north.
Thank you.
That are Christians.
Sir.
So what does it say about the APC that out of the 4 major candidates, the APC, the PDP, the Labour Party, and the NNPP, the APC is the only party that thinks it is right to choose a Muslim ticket? What does it say about the APC?
Thank you. You should understand that political parties is just a platform. And we have more than 20 in Nigeria.
But there are 4 major parties.
You can't say 4 major parties. They are all right. They all have right to present a presidential candidate. And Nigerians, we are at the liberty of making decisions. You see, a situation where we propagate issue of religion and ethnicity, I'm telling you, we are going backward. We are going far backward. We are going more than 100 years. See, I don't want a situation. I'm from Adamawa. I'm one of the people thinking that maybe APC will choose one of the Christian people, personalities in Adamawa, the secretary to
Government.
of the government is from Adamawa, mind you.
Why didn't you choose
Yeah,
those
and
Mustafa as the candidate?
That is their own.
And there are other ranking members in the APC.
Let's let him land, Calvin.
Mr. Calvin, I want you to understand something. It is their own political plan or political logic. It is how whatsoever in politics, according to how some define it, how did you get what, when? I think that is the major thing. If their strategy, why are we not talking about AA? Why are we not talking about ACN? Why are we not talking about even other parties? Because we are not, as people, to be candid with you, our civilization towards democracy, we are still on a long run. Because in democracy, you have a platform. You have a platform to make a decision. I bet you, just as I said, I am, among all my kingmakers, there is no single Muslim. Why did they decide me? It's about personality. Today, if Mr. B is decide to, are you trying to tell me that all the political party spend the same money, all the political party use the same number of cars? No, everybody have his own strategy. You understand? To me, bringing issue of religion or emphasizing on that will bring more division than even the decision.
But the country is already divided.
Calvin, a lot of Nigerians share your sentiments. And he also does share it. What he's trying to say is that it's up to the party to decide. So the elections are coming forward. The party has chosen who they've chosen. All the other parties have. What's the way forward? What's the way forward, basically?
Well, I'm happy with the turnout of the Osun elections, the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS. I'm happy that with the Electoral Act, it's now punishable to buy votes openly. I'm happy that there is no longer collation center outside of central collation center outside of the polling units. I'm happy at the increase in registration, new registration. I'm happy that the young people from between the ages of 18 and 35 that constitute about 45% of our population are finally waking up and they are smelling the coffee and they are realizing that the power is with them. In 2023, I want young Nigerians to take back their country, because the economy, this 2023 election is going to be a referendum on the incumbent party. I won't say whether the economy is bad or good, but we know the state of the economy. I want young people to take back their country, because it's now more critical than even 2015. That issues around subsidy, issues around ASU strike, issues around plane tickets, issues around insecurity in Nigeria, issues around inflation, around exchange rates, it's become more critical that we make the right decision for the future of Nigerians.
Calvin, I think that's a great place to leave it. And Chief, it's also a pleasure. Unfortunately, because of time, we do have to wrap up now, just so we don't get yanked up. But our viewers at home, this is an unending conversation. Have these conversations with yourselves, amongst yourselves. It's extremely important that Nigerians register to vote and vote candidates of their choice and say no to vote buying. Your vote is your future. My name is Andy Madoki. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Andy Madoki. And you can follow Didi.
Yes, at Didi_ on Instagram and Twitter.
Also, we do have our segments and shows on YouTube, so you can check We Can Show NG on YouTube for our past episode and also this episode. And also send your comments and contributions to any of our social media handles that We Can Show NG on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's been a pleasure having you join us. Have a blessed weekend and see you next week.